Oh, hi there. Hello from a little strange Makoti creature. How are you? Hello, I'm going to possibly take you with me thrifting. We'll see. Birthday thrifting. Um, yes. I might just do a haul at the end if I don't feel confident with filming anywhere. But I'm gonna visit some of my favorite locations and try to stock up on some clothes because I have not bought any clothes for a long time. Um, except for a couple pieces here and there. But I really want to expand my collection of basics, especially more androgynous and even more feminine leaning basics that will be really versatile that I can wear both just chilling and at work, so that fit my dress code parameters for my job. Um, but yeah, um, I'll take you out soon, but I did want to vent about my life a little bit. So if you don't want to hear that, just skip ahead. But it's been a really hard birthday vacation. Having to push myself really hard to do things every day because I'm going through more gym injury stuff, and I really, really overdid it. And I'm now having to go to physical therapy, and I am living with some pretty um, difficult to cope with symptoms sometimes. So, yeah, I'm really trying hard to enjoy my birthday vacation. It's now Wednesday, and I go back to work Monday, but then I'll also be off Tuesday, so I'll go to work Monday, and then I'll have a day off, which will be nice. But I had my first physical therapy appointment last week, and I will see him Friday this week. But we aren't 100% sure what's wrong. I was ordered to do a nerve conduction test since my insurance won't cover an MRI at this point. But what most likely is going on is there's some sort of injury up in my shoulder, my trap, rear delt, even possibly, from pressing and pulling movements, upper body stuff. But I let it go unchecked. My right side was probably overcompensating for the tendon injury I had in my left arm 8 to 10 weeks ago. Did too much too fast, and I have probably a compressed nerve in my neck. Luckily, the level of pain I'm living with is not very significant. It is much more so very agitating, sensory grating symptoms. Sometimes I have numbness and tingling in my arms because it's compressing a nerve that's related to the feeling in my arms. Sometimes it feels like my arms are being fucking electrocuted. Um, it's not fun. I've also had some pretty bad neck pain, pretty bad shoulder pain, particularly on my right side. I think that's where this is originating from. Like I said, my right side was probably overcompensating for my weaker left. But it's been really hard to deal with. Obviously, sometimes sleeping is difficult, and there were a lot of things in my life when it came to like the gym and my relationship with food and stuff, and all of those things together, where I knew those things needed addressing and working on, and I kept just being like, okay, but I'm in a groove right now. I'll fix it later. I'll fix it later. I'll fix it later. I'll learn how to like not train like an idiot who does too much all the time later. I'll make sure my relationship with food, if I can't train really hard, is okay later. I'll worry about it later. And now I'm having to do it all at once on my birthday vacation without the like emotional satisfaction of being able to work hard either at my job or the gym, and having to still be nice to myself even if I'm not constantly doing really hard things. And I ooh, I've got a lot of shit to work on. All at once. And I've also just had days where I legitimately have just physically felt pretty awful because my body's trying to fix itself, and that's a lot of work. And I'm struggling to understand my own limitations as someone who is extremely active, not just in the gym. Today's a symptom flare day, unfortunately, which is my fault. I tried some things in the gym yesterday because I am allowed to go to the gym. And I tried to get as specific directions from him as I could, but I need to show him my training journal. I'm actually going to take it with me to my next session. But I need very specific instructions because I do so much stuff all the time, even at home. But I'm having to put my thoughts and energy into other things, and it's good, but it's hard. And it's just I'm definitely like going forward. I have learned, obviously, like I love training hard in the gym, and I don't mind going through small injuries, tweaks here and there, learning things the hard way in order to be able to train the way I like to. However, especially as someone who deals with as much anxiety and depression as I do, being in a body that is physically capable of being quite mobile comfortably and doesn't have insanely overstimulating symptoms in it from gym related stuff is way more important than training hard. And you can train hard and stay healthy and mobile and limber and everything, especially if you don't have crazy goals. But I boy bossed too close to the sun, and then I kept doing it over and over again, and my body was like, LOL, fuck you. So I have just been trying to be okay. I definitely just transferred my addictive brain behavior from my eating disorder to the gym, and I was self-aware of it. At times it was more balanced and it was more healthy, and I've just gone through some shit the past few months that I was running from. And I stopped using the gym and exercise as a way to connect with myself, and I was using it as a way to escape myself. To the point where, like, I wasn't even scared to go and deadlift 315, which is the heaviest I've ever personally deadlifted, this same day that I woke up with my arms simultaneously numb and feeling like they were being electrocuted. I was so anesthetized to what I was doing to myself constantly. I was just like, whatever, it'll go away. And often things that happen in the gym like that do. But that, it did not go away. It kept happening, and then it started happening throughout the day, and I had to go to the doctor, and now I'm in gym jail. If you try to bust out of gym jail too fast, you'll go right back in. But just a usual reminder, most people are not going to run into this kind of stuff. I have an abnormally high pain tolerance. I not only have trouble listening to my body, but I have trouble hearing it sometimes, and I think a lot of that has to do with years of ignoring my body through my eating disorder. I think it's quite abnormal, and all of my injuries have been shitty programming related. That's what most people's injuries are in the gym, is like too much, too fast, trying to do everything all the time, not focusing on one thing at the same time, etc. So, decent programming will save you every time. But we're gonna go try to thrift, and I feel anxious and kind of symptomy. Hopefully it goes okay. I also look really interesting for someone who says that they're anxious. So we'll see how the public treats me. Typically, when I'm kind of in a more feminine style, people are quite positive, so we'll see. But here is the look. The makeup is actually a Kingdom Hearts inspired makeup. I've been starting to do Kingdom Hearts makeup whenever I have time. Unfortunately, one of the most devastating things about this physical thing is that standing in the mirror and doing my makeup triggers symptoms really bad, especially crossing my right arm to do stuff up close with my neck craned forward. Yeah, fucking sucks. But I've been able to do it. I just have to take more breaks and accept that I get even more overstimulated by doing really heavy makeup, because it's already overstimulating to have all this on, but to also have your arms randomly going numb and feeling like they're being cattle prodded is not great. But yes, it's inspired by the Angel Star Heartless. I am playing Kingdom Hearts 1 for the first time all the way through. I grew up with Kingdom Hearts 2 and then 358/2 days. Is that the numbers? The 300 one. And I'm on Ansem now, but I might have to go level grind for a little bit because I'm quite bad at games. I wish I could stream, even though I'm bad at them. I would like to stream one day, but I just don't have the stuff for it right now, and I can't afford it. Yeah, I did some makeup yesterday inspired by the the Wizard Heartless, and then today was the Angel ones. But I thought it would look really cute with my Makoti ears, and it does. These are by Zulala on Etsy, and these are the Makoti style animal ears. I've got some chopsticks from Claire's in my hair. This is actually just a regular necklace charm. I just have an O-ring threaded through my lip bar. These are my Millennium Rod earrings. I've got handmade candy necklace. I've got my Hot Topic little twin stars halter top. I'm pretty sure they still sell this. I'm pretty sure I've still seen it in stores. I've got my own candy bracelets. Some of these are actually gifts. And then I've got a black belt on to help match my shoes. Hold on. Yeah, how about we actually do this where you can see. So yes, here's all this in better lighting. The top, and then I am wearing... This skirt is actually part of a onesie set from Little for Big. It's like an adult thing, so yeah. It goes over the top of a onesie. But it's like the perfect blue to match. And then I'm wearing my Savina suspender belt from Killstar to attach my Le Boo Boo, who's actually my gym boo boo. I got him to go to the gym with me, but now we're doing other adventures as well, not just the gym. But I'm wearing a black belt to tie in my purse and my shoes. These are the Demonia Emily's, and I don't believe they sell them anymore, unfortunately. And then this is a little Kuromi bag my best friend got me. I put on the little charms that I got from Pride. The little handmade charms from that one vendor. And this is one of the blind boxes you can get at like Target, I think, right now. Just on my bag. And this is... I kind of hate but also really like that my gym boo-boo is blending into my skirt. But yeah, I just have my hair in like a half up, half down thing. I've already washed my hair once since I dyed this, and it still looks okay. So I think I'll be able to get away with like maybe re-dyeing it one more time and then washing it really quick before my birthday party this weekend. I don't even know if I'm gonna have the party, but just in case I do. It's more so just gonna be like, do you want to come hang out? I can't afford to buy any of us food, so eat first. But yeah, let's go see. I'm going to go to a couple of my favorite thrift locations, and then I might visit a specific toy and collectible place that I really like. We'll see. I had to add this Minecraft keychain that I just recently got. It's got a sea turtle mob in it. I got the one with the bee in it too. It just doesn't match, but you can get these at Walmart right now. I have arrived to my first location. Yes, I have a breakout right here if you notice it in any of the lighting. I tried to take care of it this morning and it was just like, no. Unfortunately. People are driving crazy, as per usual. Big character development thing for me though. Like when I'm like going through stuff like all this shit that I'm going through. So I used to have really severe driving anxiety. I probably would have had it anyways because I'm an anxious person, but my mom died in a freak car accident when I was 14. And for the longest time, I was like, that's not why I'm anxious about driving. Dude, there's no way that's not it. But I think I probably would have been scared of driving anyways, just my personality type. But, you know, for the longest time, driving anywhere was terrifying. And made me want to vomit and pass out. But these days, actually, when I'm anxious, I find driving very grounding and freeing and awesome. I think testosterone definitely helped with that, honestly. I definitely started driving faster when I went on T. I've even heard like dudes who've done like TRT and stuff talk about that. A little bit of road rage. But yeah. Honestly, no. What gives me the most road rage is being someone who walks as much as I do. I mostly walk outside because, dude, getting like 10K plus steps a day inside, it'll make you crazy. Even just walking around the block as much as I do makes me crazy, but I walk outside a lot. It's good for my mental health too, honestly. It's done so much more for my mental health than even my physical health. But, yeah, being a pedestrian is what has really given me road rage, because why the fuck am I having to parkour out of your way? Anyways, we'll see if I can film in here. I'm not sure. Sometimes this place is a little busy. I'm feeling better now that I'm out. I'm also feeling like getting a treat somewhere. I have some cash on me. So, honestly, I just want like a diet soda. Just something cold and fizzy. That's what I desire for this outing. I could stop by and eat somewhere, but I think I'm just gonna make myself like a really nice big breakfast tomorrow because I've just been super bored of oatmeal every morning on my fucking vacation. But normally I have like big fun breakfast before I train really heavy. So I was just like, oh, I'll just stick to my boring oatmeal. I'm getting bored of it. So I'm thinking I'll just like go home, eat something healthy-ish, and then have a little fun tomorrow morning. But we'll see. I'm gonna put my headphones in and then go in. I'm pretty sure there's a security guard at this one normally too. Headphones in. Lock in. Let's go. The goal is like comfortable shirts that are pretty. Maybe some like cardigans and stuff like that. I really need some pants. I would also love more pairs of overalls, actually. Let's see how it goes. So, unfortunately, the vintage toy place I like to go to is closed. Well, they're about to be closed in like 10-15 minutes. So, I'm going to go to the mall instead. Interesting choice on my end. Zoomies. I went to Zoomies not that long ago. Holy shit. They had so much cool stuff. So much throwback stuff. A lot of like Juicy Couture and very Affliction style stuff. I only spent like $27 at the thrift store. I didn't find a whole lot, but I did find some good basics. So, I'm gonna let myself get something at the mall. Something. I don't know. Maybe clothes, maybe something else. We'll see. I need to locate the family bathroom though, because I don't know what bathroom other human beings want me in. I don't really care, but it's a big deal to other people sometimes, so try to find the family bathroom. Maybe find some sort of beverage or snack. Give me a little peckish. And we'll go from there. Huzzah! Alright, welcome back to the lighting is nice and low so that I don't see my own acne. What's up? So, I'm back from the adventure. I should not have gone to Hot Topic. Oh my god, I did not make it to Zoomies. I will say, every single thing I bought today, though, is something I can wear to work. So that's cool. I have this tank top that I got from the thrift store. First off, it was kind of a bit of a nervous buy because I wasn't sure how it would fit me exactly, especially with this being a little bit of a higher neck. I was like, what if I'm overstimmy in it? I'm not overstimmy, I am comfy. But obviously I had to get the fun little skeleton hand mesh top. This was a little more expensive. It was $6.98. Most of the products were $3.98 or $4.98. It was worth it though. Even the pants that I picked out were only $4.98. And then I got this cozy little shrug thing that is like super thin and exactly the kind of thing I was looking for. Sorry, my fucking gaming chair. He's a gamer. I just have really been wanting clothes that will not make me too hot or be too tight on me, but that I can kind of like hide a little bit in. I worked really hard for my physique, and I know I look good, and I know that taking some time off training isn't gonna magically change that overnight, but I've just been feeling like I have some days where I just need to be incognito. I gotta gatekeep the physique. And then I got this like long tank top, and at first I was like, was this a miss? Did I do a bad job? I got back and I was like, oh, this has like... Fuck. Speaking of being overstimulated. I'm very ready to get into some pajamas and play video games all night. I was like, oh, this is very like mid-30s, 2000s teacher, but it's long enough that it kind of lays a little bit like a dress. So... Hot Topic was cool. I was really hoping they would have some of the Kingdom Hearts collection, and luckily for my wallet, they did not, at my location. I'm sure they had jewelry, but they didn't have any of the clothing items. That's everything from the thrift store, only 4 items. And then from Hot Topic, first I got some tights. I've really been wanting some tights for work. I don't mind having my hairy legs in, like, a skirt or a dress, but there are some days where, like, I just, like, I can tell when people are staring at me. I shut it out emotionally, and I don't respond to it, but there are some days where I just don't have the energy for people staring at my hairy legs. I'm trying to figure out what I am. Like, it doesn't matter to me, and honestly, I feel like most people, it doesn't even matter to them either. They're just having a human response, and I get it, but sometimes I'm just too tired for it. So, I liked these. They're, sorry, like I said, hiding in the lighting, but they're, like, asymmetrical. They've got, like, 2 different designs on each side. Kind of almost looks like a stitched-up leg on one side. Pretty cool. $14.90, too much for tights, but that was a cheaper pair than some of them. And then, obviously, I saw the skirts and stuff, and I did decide to get some skirts. I had to get this one because it's so long that this is definitely something that I'm, like, not even concerned at all about wearing to work and being able to stay, like, comfortable and appropriate, even when I'm, like, bending down and doing tasking stuff at my job. And then I saw this one, and I really tried myself to get myself to not buy it, but I had to buy it. I've been super in a, like, overalls and, what are the shorts that are overalls? I forgot what they're called. Overalls? I don't remember. But the ones that are shorts instead of full pant legs. Oh my god. I really tried to not buy this, but I'll wear it to work. It's okay. But 3 items at Hot Topic, over $100. I had some cash, so I was able to cut into it with cash, and then I also had some hot cash, and it's okay, but like I was kind of thinking, oh, I might actually save some of the money that I got for my birthday for, like, groceries and bills, which would be nice, but I did end up spending just a little bit under the budget, thanks to the cash, but if you don't count the cash, I went over budget. You win, you lose, you mostly lose. But yes, the cashier was very sweet. We were talking about Kingdom Hearts and stuff while I was checking out because he was like, "Oh, are you like doing anything after this?" And I was like, "I'm gonna go home and eat ramen and play video games all night." I did not end up getting any food while I was out. I always feel like I'm gonna like fucking pass out. I love how I was like, I'm anxious, and then I went to the mall. I will say, anytime you're anxious, put yourself in a more anxiety-provoking situation, and then the rest of the time you'll feel chill. That is why the gym is awesome. But I can't use it right now, so I guess I just used the mall. And forcing myself to socialize with people. But we were chatting about Kingdom Hearts. Oh, but yes, I didn't end up feeling like I needed to grab food on the way home, so I will just have a nice breakfast tomorrow, and make some ramen tonight. I like the Anychunes ramen bowls. If you've never tried them, you can get them at Walmart. They did just update the recipe. They did not make it worse, thank God. I was like, do not make it worse. Especially the yakisoba or yakisoba noodles. Those are my favorite. Oh my God, and you can add whatever you want. You can like beef it up with a bunch of protein. I cook vegetables and put a ton of vegetables in them. Oh my God, they're so good. And if you're like kind of like self-conscious about your macros and stuff, what you can do is like just cook some of the noodles and then bulk it up with a bunch of vegetables and proteins. So it's more of a balanced meal, if you care. If not, fuck it. But yes, that is what I'm going to do. And I actually really do like these clothes, and I'm excited. And I'll actually, if I do have my little birthday party, I'll probably wear one of these items. And it is all good for work. So, huzzah, I did it. My fucking low back was starting to hurt, and I'm pissed because my low back almost never hurt when I was squatting and deadlifting heavy regularly, and now my low back is hurting now that I can't. I know that's not like how it works, and I definitely had a couple like painful low back tweaks while I was figuring out what I was doing. It might actually just be that I can finally feel it now that I'm not training super hard all the time, but I'm cranky, oh my God, and driving is the worst with low back pain, dude. It's the worst. But anyways, I'm glad I pushed myself. I went and did the shopping, spent too much money, but honestly, considering my spending habits in the past, I did good. This is an improvement. And it's birthday, and I've pushed myself in 18 million different ways this week, and now I'm ready to just kind of chill for the rest of my vacation and work on healing my body and regulating my mind. Let's do it. Via Kingdom Hearts. And Barbie Horse Trails. We doing that too?